the third Future project of the year. We already got We Don't Trust You. We already got We Still Don't Trust You. We got Like That, Red Leather, Cinderella, like so Ice Attack. There's so many huge songs off these two projects. Future's been running the rap game in 2024, started the biggest beef of all time. Now it's September. We get the third Future project this year, Mixtape Pluto. What did you think of the album? Let's break it down.
Yeah, I mean, like I said early in the show, he solidified his 2024 MVP. I was up last night and I'm like, I'm going to listen to it when it drops because I
I
was
did
up.
not.
And I'm glad I did because I was a little tired at midnight going into it. And by the end of this album, boy, let me tell you, I was up, bro. I was so hyped. I was in here by myself, fucking raging to this shit.
You did the whole
Um,
thing right at midnight. You didn't like
whole
take a
thing,
break or
bro.
fall asleep. Just
Fuck no,
straight through.
dude. Straight through that bitch. And
That's why
gladly,
I waited till the morning because I was like, I don't
gladly.
want to pause it. I'm gonna
It
wait.
was so good. He comes out the gate on his real ignorant shit on Teflon Don, rapping like ignorant future, and like what is about to be. You know what I'm saying?
Banger.
It's mixtape Pluto.
Yeah.
He's in his bag. He's cooking up with this one. He goes into ski. It kind of gives like a classic future vibe. Again, great rapping from him. I love the bells and the production, but the great rapping seemed to continue, which is is great, from Future. Like I want to see him rapping on every project. Some of his projects are more R&B heavy. He's not always like putting his best foot forward when it comes to rapping. So that's what I really, really enjoyed from not only this project, but We Don't Trust You.
He's rapping on Mixtape Pluto though.
Yeah, and even when he's not rapping on songs like Plutoski, when
That's
he's
a
just
skip to me.
it's okay, but hear me out. Hot take, it's literally not even a skip. He can make actual mumbling sound good. And I think it kind of fits into the concept, just like I mentioned, like how Kanye's mumbling in 530 kind of fit into the concept there. Like it is like a trap album. Obviously, he's trying to portray that he's fucking high as shit off lean, that he's just mumbling on the beat. And by his own admission, he did that with Tony Montana, and it's one of his biggest songs. You know what I'm saying? He just mumbles over the beat, and it sounds good. Hot take: Plutoski is not a skip, not for
I
me.
I can vibe to it, but that's the one on the album that I don't fuck
It's
with.
not even a skip, bro. I'm telling you. The reverbs and the vocals at the beginning, just that little production shit, the beautiful flows from Future on that song, even. Uh, yeah, then you go into Too Fast, it gets a bit more introspective, and this is where the prime of the album really hits for me, is
Exactly.
Too Fast to really the end of the album. I mean, like it doesn't really fall off from there. Maybe the last couple songs, but let me
Yeah,
pull
but
up the
too
actual.
too fast ocean and press the button. That 3 track run. That's
Yeah,
that's where that album is fucking hitting for me. Like that three
yeah,
track run is definitely my favorite.
yeah. So we got Too Fast, Ocean, Press the Button,
Yeah.
MJ, Brazier, South of France to Surfing a Tsunami. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 song run is one of the best 7 song runs of the year. I genuinely believe that. Ocean kind of kicking it off as the second song in that run is one of my favorite Future songs ever. Maybe the
I would agree.
angelic production, you got him actually spitting, really spitting on there, and then it goes into uh press the button where it seems like he just keeps pressing on the gas. You know what I'm saying?
That's the one.
He goes and spits even harder. And that's what makes the segue between the two songs so great, is that you listen to Ocean, you're like, okay, damn, that was a fucking amazing song. He was spitting so hard. And it gets to the next one, he's spitting even harder. And so Press the Button is like the hungriest, maybe Future I've heard in a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would
Like
agree.
the hungriest rapping I've heard from him in a long time. And really from a lot of people this year, it seemed like he was really hungry on Press the Button and really throughout this mixtape, in my opinion, or this album. South of France, one of my favorite songs of the year. Again, is going to go down maybe as one of my favorite Future songs. It just seems like he doesn't miss like these soul, like not even soulful. It's just this high end production with his melodic, his voice, and his vocal performances just put the cherry on the cake. So South of France, one of my favorites. Brazier got is gonna go insane in a car. Like that
Yeah,
shit is
it
going to
does. I
blow
tested
up
it.
speakers, bro. Brazier is gonna blow up speakers.
Yeah.
And then Prime Future really continues throughout the track list, all the way down to Oath, which is again one of my favorite songs on the project, where he's rapping his ass off over, a super angelic beat. And then the sequencing, he kind of gets more thoughtful at the end of the album and ends it off with "Lost My Dog," talking about his friend that was battling with depression and ended up dying from fentanyl. But yeah, great album. Like I said, in summary, I didn't think that it was possible for Future to really have another project that would have stacked up to "We Don't Trust You," because it's such an amazing album and really a perfect album. No skips at all on "We Don't Trust You." Uh, and this is right up there with it for me. Like maybe not quite as good because maybe the track list isn't quite as refined, but from what feels like the classic Future rapping performances and the hungry rapping on songs like "Press the Button" to the extra heartfelt songs like "Lost My Dog," like I said, where he talks about losing his friend to drugs, the angelic production throughout the album, and especially on songs like "South of France," the car bangers that'll blow up your speakers on Brazier. I feel like this Future project has everything to offer, and it's really a nearly perfect trap album to me. I again gave this an 8.25.
All right. Well, you may be surprised by my take here, then, if that's the case. So, I really, really liked the vibe of the first three. I thought it started off really strong. I was like, oh yeah, I'm bought in. Gonna be another one. It's also like a completely different vibe, like you mentioned, than the two Metro collab albums we already got this year. Like, you really do get, like, hungry rapping from Future, which I don't know if I was really expecting, but he's, like, rapping his ass off on this. The energy really picks up though, like you mentioned, when you get to Too Fast. Like Too Fast, Ocean, and Press the Button. Definitely my favorite 3-track run on the album. Like, it's just so good. There's a bunch of different producers on here. There's no features on here. It's just 45 minutes of Future rapping, and it's basically all fucking fire. Like, I also, and me personally, like when we do these reviews, I feel like I'm often complaining, like, I feel like there's a lack of energy, or they're not trying, or they're not inspired, they're not into it. But like, Mixtape Pluto doesn't have that problem. Like, Future's rapping his ass off. I'm bought in. I was vibing the whole time. I really liked it. Plutoski is a skip to me. I don't love that song. That's like the one part we disagree on. Too Fast to Press the Button. Like that, I just have to say that 3-track run, so fucking good. MJ, Surfin' a Tsunami, and A Say Gang were the songs on Apple that were like the most popular. I thought that was weird because those are probably in my bottom, those are at the bottom of my track list ranking. Like those three weren't three of my favorites, but those were the most popular. I just thought that was interesting. Like, as someone who's listening to a Future album, like as a fan, I'm always gonna love a Young Thug feature or a Travis Scott feature or a Little Baby or a Gunner or whatever. But like at no point throughout Mixtape Pluto was I bored with just listening to Future rap over
Yeah,
great production.
he's
Like I
so
really wasn't
versatile,
bored.
dude. Yeah,
Like I love features. I just wasn't bored without having them, like which is saying a lot, honestly. And yeah, overall, really strong project. Future's definitely leading the 2024 MVP race when it comes to hip hop. I mean, We Don't Trust You, We Still Don't Trust You, Mixtape Pluto. They're all great albums. My score
yeah.
is higher than yours. I have
Okay.
this at an 8.6.
Okay. See, I was at first I had
Yeah,
it at an 8.5, I believe, or maybe even an 8.75. But then I went back and I looked at the "We Don't Trust You" track list, and I definitely think it's more refined.
I agree.
But
I
to
have
be
We Don't
fair, "We
Trust
Don't
You at like
Trust
a
You,"
9.
yeah, it's like a 9.5.
Yeah.
Really, like if you really think about it, it's almost a 10 on 10 album. So
I'm at like
yeah,
9.3 on We Don't Trust You.
yeah, I just
So
felt like there was a couple, like I feel like maybe the higher highs were on this album, but there were also lower lows. You understand what I'm saying? Because
I
like
agree.
Ace Gang, I didn't really love.
Me neither. And
Hold
that's one of the
My,
that's the top
um,
three in popular. Ace Gang. Didn't really
yeah,
care
I
for.
just feel like I said, you go on We Don't Trust You. There's literally zero skips. Every song is perfect almost. And this doesn't hold up quite to that. It's very close. Like this is an amazing project with,
It is.
and it's a damn near perfect trap album to me, especially with Brazier being the car bangers. You got the super sentimental cuts, you got the just straight rapping cuts, you got the melodic cuts. Like you really get everything from this project. And yeah, I mean, Future just did it different this year, bro.
I mean, yeah, Ski, Too Fast, Press the Button, Brazier. I mean, there's so many good tracks on here. We're both at over an 8. I'm assuming this is going in a certain tier, but let's pull up the tier list for this year. I'm guessing it's at like, for me, it's at like the very top spot and almost perfect, I think.
Yeah, it is. It is. For me, it's better than We Still Don't Trust You. I
Yeah.
know I just gave Genuine Articulate 8.25 as well. I feel like maybe this is like 8.35, 8.4 maybe. I feel like it's slightly better.
My
Maybe just
original
because it's a
score was
little
8.4,
longer. Yeah, like I'm
and I
bouncing like
bumped it up.
mid 8, around mid 8, and Genuine Articulate I got about like maybe lower 8. So I do think it's
Same.
slightly better. I don't know if it's quite as good as like Blue Lips, Penalty of Leadership, but I ain't mad with where it's at, to be honest. If you go with it there, that's fine. Because I know
So
you got it a little higher than I do.
let's just count these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 albums in perfect, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the top 12. These 5 and these 7. 3 of the top 12 are Future albums.
That's crazy.
25% of our favorite albums this year are from Future.
Yeah.
There you go. Mixtape Pluto, another banging album from Future.
Yep.
2024 is Future's year. I mean, it's hard to deny.
Facts, dude. I mean, even if Kendrick drops a good album, I don't think he's got it.
Yeah, has
I
to
don't
be
think
like
he's tasted it,
amazing.
bro.
No,
Like it has to be an amazing, amazing album. You
it
know,
has to be a good Kid, Mad City too.
how many songs? I think it's 59 songs
So
on these
yeah,
past 3 projects, not maybe including features too. Like
and then there's a deluxe version of the
he's
first
on a,
two.
yeah, he's on a legendary generational run right now, for real.
It's Off the Top podcast, got you laughing like you hit the gas pack. Show is crazy like you watching Mad Max. Every other podcast is mad whack. Off the Top podcast.